Okay, hey guys, it's Chris, Siri. Well, if you guys follow my videos, then you know that I went through something that the outcome is something I didn't want. I mean, I didn't get that role or get that part. Those who follow me know what I'm talking about. But a lot of things didn't go my way at one point. But I have faith that what's meant to happen was the way it was supposed to happen. And even though some of them I kind of know why, some of it I don't. But I'm just showing you what happens if it doesn't go right. If the plan, you have the faith, you do the preparation, and it still didn't work out. I'm okay. I'm okay. Because I know that wasn't part of the plan. So I guess the other part to it is, and I hate going back into this thing again, but I had a sponsor. It was a temporary sponsor. Female. And she said to me, "Hey Chris, you have an assignment." I said, "Okay." I don't do assignments. I do social experiments. I love experiments and building things, but not. And I was like, "Okay." She was like, "You have to do it." I said, "Okay." She was, "I want you to write down on one piece of paper who you think God is." I said, "Okay." I said, "I know God, so I'm willing to do this project." She's like, "No, you're going to do it." I was like, "Okay." So one piece of paper, and we're going to write down who you think God is. On the other piece of paper, you're going to write down the God of your dreams. Like if you can pretend and make up any, like a dream God, this is how they would be. And you have no idea what that's going to be until you sit down and write it. So like, I'll take that, because that seemed interesting. That was something that I was like, oh, that seems a little interesting. So I did so. I was Catholic, or recovering Catholic, or I consider myself more of a spiritual person. I don't have a denomination, but I know there's a higher power, and I believe there's aliens too. I believe they coexisted. But that's my feelings. But anyways, I wrote down the God who I think God is, and you know, you just really peel back the layers, because you know you can talk and you can say this is how I think God is, but then if you like pull more layers out of you, real deep down to the core, it's not the stuff you would tell people what you think God is. There's like, oh, this is what God is, or oh, this is who I am. But if you peel back the layers of you, you're like, oh, there's some icky parts in us. You know what I mean? Well, there's some icky things I had. Like I really thought God's kind of punishing. Like He loves me as long as I do what he the book, and I'm not a Bible thumper either. It's a hard read. I tried it a few times. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get through it one day. A lot of interpretations. Anyways, but very interpretive, I guess. I don't know if I said that right, but so I wrote down. I think really deep down inside of me, like if I did something wrong, like I was gonna kind of be punished. I think a lot of alcoholics and drug addicts, we have that. We don't really say it, but I think we kind of do. We kind of feel like, oh, that's meant for somebody else, not really meant for me because I messed up. Well, because society tells us we messed up, you know, or our families, or depending how strict your family was. Mine was very strict. I kind of felt like I'm not gonna really have anything. I really don't deserve anything. Or if you're brought up with people, tiny things. I mean, there's a lot of factors in there. But I thought, deep down inside, maybe God, because God is almost like a part of our environment in a weird way too, you know what I mean? Because environment, that's how we learn from about God and stuff. So, that God is, like he cares about me. He likes me. He knows I'm good, but that's good things are really meant for somebody else. That's also low self-esteem, and that's other issues too. And then, so I wrote it down, and whatever I thought, all the rest of my thoughts, and on another piece of paper, I wrote down the God of my dreams, and I need a little help with that. But all loving. Now, some people already have this, and that's great. This video is meant for the ones that might need to work on it, or maybe it's just for you to know, hey, I got this, this part down. Well, I didn't at the time, and I thought I did. I didn't even know what to. If you don't know, you don't know, you don't know. So I wrote down the God of my dreams, and it was an all-loving God. And I wrote down that no matter what I do, I'm not killing people and shit like that. You know what I mean? I don't think he likes that in any ways. But anyways, no point in going to that. If I make a mistake, he's going to forgive me. He's still going to love me. And he wants the best for me. He wants me to have all the abundance and everything just as much as somebody who's maybe goody two-shoe. You don't really know anybody, Some people appear to look great on the outside, and inside sometimes it's not so good. So, be so hard on yourself. But my God was going to, he had a sense of humor, because he does some funny shit. He was I met some funny people that do some funny shit, and they're brought to God. And that he's going to love me no matter what. And that no matter where I'm at, and I'm in some really hard times, he's got me. And it's meant to be. Like that whole horrible few years I went through. That was enough to bring a lot of people to end it. It did, and a lot of people. But I had faith. And it turned out to be a bittersweet symphony. That's part of the book. When you have hope and you have faith, you can turn even the sourest lemon into lemonade, Like I said, what about things happen to good people so you can become a legend? I won't probably be a legend, but I'm not trying to. I'm trying to make you a legend. But, so I wrote down sense of humor and all loving, and the God of my dreams was not really a man or a female, it's just an energy, you know what I mean? And, just wonderful things. So I get back to her, and she was like, okay, Chris, so which God are you going to pray to? And I said, oh, this one, the first one. And she goes, why? And I said, because that's God. This is the God of my dreams. I'm going to pray to this first one, the punishing one, you know what I mean? She goes, why? It's because this is God. She goes, oh, are you going to meet God? I said, probably not. And she goes, is everybody, going to go meet him and tell you all about him? I'm like, well, maybe, but probably not. She goes, so, since nobody really knows God here on this earth, why do you have to pray to this one? Because are you for sure that this is the way he or she or it or they or the Spirit is? Why don't you just pray to this one over here? I thought, because there's different religions, there's different everythings, and everyone kind of believes something different. I'm like, she's got a point. Still God. So I'll try this out. I'm going to let the Catholic one kind of chill there for a second. I'm going to go with this one. That one would work a lot better. It took a lot of work to get your head into that, because you still think that. If you peel back the layers, it takes some work. It takes some practice. It takes some changing the way we think, the internal dialogue, and how we feel about things. And I'll never go back to that one. Changed my life. I don't know why I shared that, but I guess that's what having faith is having something bigger than you that wants the best for you no matter what. Even if it's you get to watch my other videos about free will and how that's how you react when things are tough that's who you are. Not when times are good and fun. It's when times are really tough and the shit's against you and the people are against you. That's when it's the worst times to actually define who you are. Not the best. Best are like little gifts, like, hey, here you go, have some fun. That doesn't show integrity or value or respect or self-respect. I mean, it's when times are tough. And so people do things that they don't want to do sometimes, and that's another topic at another time, but I'm just saying for the most part. It's those tough times, that free will, a little bit of everything, that defines who you are. If your family has money, who cares? I mean, that's money. If you're born looking like one way, you know, you're born good looking, you know what I mean? That doesn't mean shit either. Or if you have a name or whatever, just who you are is not necessarily defined by your words. People can talk. It's your actions that define who you are. People can say a lot of things. People lie. They lie about me. But knowing who you are, I think that's the goal of life. You know, yeah, having families and having money and all that. I mean, that stuff's great. Sometimes that stuff can make things even worse. Doesn't matter who's right with you. I realize that. I've had nobody right with me at the time. That's when I really realized who I was. Because the world's going to test you. It's the job to test you. I mean, God, you have to have bad to know when you have good. Don't be afraid of challenges. You have to embrace them. Be like, okay, yeah, you want to see who I am? I want to show you who I am right now. So when obstacles come, or you know, future, just, I mean, really, it's very kind of simple. It's kind of basic, you know, just. And we'll get through the steps. I think it's just like anything else, maintenance, you know, and just daily. If you're hearing things in a positive daily, it just gets you going. You know what I mean? If you are around people who are negative, and you know, you get trapped in that world. I mean, I was trapped in that world, and I didn't know. I was like, oh, everything's so bad, and not everything's so bad. And everything's so bad, then you have everything that might need to change, one thing at a time. Just one thing at a time. You know what? I'll tell you, I'm going to leave this kind of off topic, but this is my last suggestion. Here, you just suggest anything. Well, you know what? Then you have a show and you suggest, okay? Just don't copy my shit. A lot of people want to copy my shit. Don't copy my shit. If you've been stagnant for a while, you know what I mean, and me, I've a few times over, and you know, especially when I was alcoholic, and I had a really bad time. I mean, I like passed that imaginary line, and very quick, women we cross the imaginary lines faster than men actually, and it's harder. Oh, my phone's almost dead. The point is oh no, my light's out. Oh, can I have my light back on? Oh, I might have to like hold you horizontally for a second. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry. Can y'all see me? Okay. Is it lighting up? No. Okay. Sorry. Okay. That's not really a good angle. I could take selfies, guys, but not a lot of selfies. Okay. That one's a little bit better. I mean, it's just the shininess. Well, I don't care. I kind of care. Okay, I do care. But I can also get over it too. Let's say if you're coming out of a really tough time. Let's say if you haven't been really proactive about anything for a while. It's like he's been drinking or whatever you've been doing, or kind of depression. And you just don't feel good about yourself anymore. Or maybe you just have a regular routine and you just need to change something up. Grab a little, don't put in your phone. It doesn't count in your phone, guys. Leave the technology behind. Just go one of those little dollar store dollar books, like paper books. Like I've tons of them. Oh my God, I have so many, and I don't throw them away. And just write one thing you have to do a day. Don't write, I know you have to do this and do this. I mean, especially if you're coming out of a 3-month fog or a 3-year fog or something like that, there's a lot you need to catch up on. So you can write all these things down. You're going to realize that you don't do any of it. You're like, no, you don't know where to start. Start with the largest one. You can start with the easiest one. I would suggest actually starting with the easiest one. For real. One thing a day. So that 24 hours, all you have to do is just that one thing. One thing. Okay. Then you do it, and you're like, I did it. Right on. Next day, I can do one more thing. Just do it, and before you know it, you got 7 things done in a week. Better from you not doing anything. Baby steps. Keep it simple. Anyways, I just try to give you guys things that work for me. And it gets the ball rolling.